Hey, what's up, Mike? Can you hear me? Let me know. Is the music too loud? Let me know. I'll just drop it down a bit. How is everybody doing? Hope everyone's well. We're just gonna be working on one of these guys. I need one more for my army. I only have one. This is a load of skulls. No conquest ball cat tonight. No. Yeah, so I'm gonna be building one of these. So we can chat while I build. Just a hobby hangout. Hopefully you guys are doing some hobbies. You can ask questions, I'll answer them. Just chilling out tonight. So let's see. Probably more interesting to see the overheads, I guess. Okay. That's an old comment. Yeah, so right now I'm at this stage. I just finished building the base of that Khorne demon engine, and I'm at this stage. And yeah, we're just gonna build this guy and chill out. You guys can ask questions, hang out. Let me know how you guys are doing. You guys buying any new slot cars? You guys doing any new hobbies? Let me know. Otherwise, yeah, just gonna continue this build, see if I can get this done. At least an hour's worth of build. I'm trying to hobby 1 hour a day, time block. Do you guys do any time blocking? Let me know. Otherwise, if I don't time block and put it in my calendar, I tend to not do it. So this is a new thing I'm started. Trying to time block things, get things done in a little bit every day is easier than trying to do a lot in one day. And because I have hey DK Moon, how are you? Yeah, what are you doing with the trains, DK Moon? I imagine trains has a lot more scenery and stuff that you gotta build. Is that something that you're into, or is it other things that you're doing? Yeah. Yeah, your first stock car friend has lost interest. This is common, right? I mean, that's the whole reason that I make this bigger here. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, what happened there? Yeah, hobbies are different, difficult once, especially if you're relying on your friends and then they lose interest. Happens to me all the time. I'm just moving stuff around. Sorry, guys. Oops. Let's try and do this properly. Open this guy out. There you go. That's better. Trying to control a lot of things with by yourself is a little bit difficult sometimes. Yeah, slot cars solo is a lot harder than when you have friends involved. Trains can still be solo? Yeah, 100%. Ooh, GST. Bought a couple of selected race trucks from Harry. Yeah, I wish I'd got in on Harry's stuff because I really want the minis, the 124 minis. I just missed the boat. I don't know if he has any left, but still kind of an idiot. I'm not jumping on that. So all those that got stuff, good job. Any tuning advice on electric race trucks? I don't know enough about them, to be honest. GST, I don't have any race trucks myself, except for the Carrera ones. And I think, like, if you race them in a series amongst themselves, they are really cool and fun. If you're trying to race them against other things, maybe not so much fun. I don't know. That's my own feeling of it. Find this piece here. So when it comes to trains, like I've never been fascinated by trains personally, but like what fascinates you about trains is actually the locomotives themselves, or the scenery building, or is it like, what is it about trains that fascinates you, DK Moon? Like, let me know. I'm just curious. Like for myself, I know when it comes to like Warhammer and stuff, I'm not into the lore as much. Although recently I've been finding reading books and dancing on the weekends. Oh, amazing! DK Moon has been reading books and dancing on the weekends recently, and he's having a lot of fun doing that. That's pretty cool. I have been wargaming. This past weekend, I ended up playing 3 games of Warhammer. 2 with my Adeptus Custodes, which were both losses, very minor losses. And then I played for the first time with my World Eaters, which is Khorne. And it was a lot of fun for the first time, I'd say. You know, Adeptus with the Custodes, I have to be very careful. Every unit is worth so many points, and if you lose a unit, it's very hard to recover. So you have to be careful and cagey. Whereas when I play with the World Leaders, you can be a little bit more visceral with it. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. I won only by 1 point, so it was a very close game at the end. But I did have a huge lead throughout the game, so that was fun. Alright, let's see. DK Moon says, my favorite thing about trains is weathering the train cars and layout design on the computer. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've never really thought about that. Yeah, so yeah, I guess because I don't know enough about trains, I don't know how the layout process is, but it must be fascinating. I imagine it's like laying out track. That's the one thing I like about like classic track is you get bored of the track and you just switch it up and try out a new track, and the cars become, you know, is a new challenge, right? So definitely. Similar to track design and stock cars. GST is racing on a Carrera track. So GST, do you change the guides on the electric cars or trucks? Harry might have done that already, right? Because that's one thing I found with electric cars. The guides just don't ride the track well. So I got slot invasion guides that was specifically built for conversion to the correct track. And it's a lot better experience, I think, that way. Chipping, or do you have an analog system? Mike is asking GST if you chip your cars or do you have an analog system? Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, next week I'll probably do some track running on Wednesday night. I'm gonna try and rotate between running cars on track, doing some hobbying. But I do have a tournament coming up August 17th, and I need to get my army ready for that. So that is priority as well. But that's the fun of hobbying, is giving yourself some goals, I guess. So these go on a specific way. Oh, I have to make 4 of these. Oh, crazy. Okay. Didn't make the rest. It. Yes, Hey, what's happening, Joe? Hey, Chris, how are ya? Welcome to the little hobby hangout, Joe. Hey, what's up, Dan? Hope all is good. Okay, let's see where these go. How's the quality? What's this? Has the quality of spurs been upgraded? Sprues, I mean. You must mean sprues. Joe, when are you never having a hard time? I guess there are. I mean, yes, I think all the quality of sprues has been upgraded. The quality of the plastic is. So, there you go. Definitely different in plastic because the other day I was assembling a kit with from an older generation of GW products, and the plastic was tougher. The glue wouldn't bond properly. The plastic glue wouldn't melt it properly. So yeah, definitely the plastic has changed over time. The sprue itself is a lot finer in detail, and yeah. So yes, definitely things have changed. Put his contact in the thing, Joe. Oh yeah, you have to be a moderator for that. I still haven't done that. Oh god. Sorry, Joe. We need to work on that sometime. We had the best glue when I was a kid until people started sniffing it. That will do it. Alright, this stage is complete. On to the next one. Twenty-nine. All right. We go to find number 29. I think this is number 29 here. What do you guys do anything off sprue? Do you guys build stuff that comes off sprue? And if so, what do you do with your sprues after you're done building? Hey, what's up, Deleon? Thanks for being here. It's just a hobby hangout. I'm building some Warhammer stuff. Put down this music a bit. Sorry about that. Leon, I have a tendency to save my sprue. I don't know though, unless they have extra parts I can use for another build. So something that we do in the hobby world is we'll drop all our sprues in acetone and make something called sprue glue. And basically the plastic will melt into this gooey substance, and then we use it to fill in gaps. I've not personally myself, I've not done that before, but I am planning to do it with all the sprues I collect now. So yeah, it's something that the hobby community does a lot. That way we reuse the sprues, because with this we can make some really cool putty stuff. And it's really good for sticking, especially for doing scenic bases and stuff. That's what the guys do. So I'm gonna attempt to do that with these sprues. Yeah, I used to keep extra parts, Chris, sorry, Deleon, but I never used them, or if I do, it was like so random in betweens, and yeah. So I'm trying not to accumulate parts this time. Before I had like boxes and boxes of sprues, extra parts or clippings. I used to clip everything off and put into storage bins. But I'm trying not to do that this go around. As you know, I've just got back into wargaming, so It's yeah, trying to be a little bit better than I was last time. But yeah, trying to do different things. Hey Chris, I just collect models mostly from yard sales as long as they haven't been assembled. Someday I have lots of projects. Yeah. Yeah. I think we all like I have a lot of projects myself, but mine are always I try and accomplish them as much as I can. Right now I have a backlog of armies. I do have quite a few. I started back in November and I'm already at 5 armies. And Games Workshop just released a model preview of a next army that I know I'm gonna fall for. So it might be time to sell one army already. So anyway, we'll see. But like I said, I got a tournament coming up, and so I got an army on the deadline right now. So that's gonna be interesting because I have to have everything painted and ready for the tournament, and that's on August 17th. So it will come up quick if I'm not careful. So that's why I'm trying to keep it to 1 hour hobbying during the weekdays, and maybe 3 to 4 hours every day of the weekend. That way I can get everything done on time. The first time I'm actually planning it out, so wish me luck. It doesn't always go as planned, I'll tell you that much. Right. Wow, that's a tight fit. Good, I guess. Show my cool box. Joe. Joe. I can't show anybody your box. What kind of stuff? What kind of show do you think this is? Show your cool box. Huh. I'll show Joe's cool box in 15 minutes because that's when my hour is done. When I get my hour done, I'll show the box. Joe. The tight fit show. This guy. You know what? I love Joe. Joe makes me laugh. He's the best. Such a bromance. This show is becoming very mushy. Sorry, guys. Oh. Didn't stick properly. And make me a moderator already. We'll do it right after, Joe. I'll call you after the show. Where are my little clamps? There they are. So this one is thin, Leon, obviously. This one is a thicker one. So this one is the thicker multimedia cement. I find for big parts this is better, and then for smaller parts I need quick drying, I'll use the green one, green cap. So yeah, this is like really big joints. So yeah, we're trying to build, for those who didn't see it, but basically I'm trying to build one of these guys. So control one here. Yeah, this guy, I'm building his brother. So yeah, he's magnetized. So yeah, just trying to get this guy built. So yeah, because you can actually change the loadout of these weapons. So this guy's magnetized, but the second one I'm not magnetizing because I just need one of them magnetized if I want to change them up. Oscar the Grouch on steroids. Yeah. Alright, so we finished this step. Oh, let me switch back to this one. If you can hear that sound in the background, that's my AC going, so sorry about that. It is very warm here. Alright, so we have finished up to here. This thing is drying. And let's see what the rest has to do. Oh, I have to put the struts on. Very interesting. Okay. I gotta assemble the struts. Might as well assemble the struts. After the struts are assembled and we finish up to here, then we'll go and show Joe's box. And then we'll just chat for a bit and then we'll call it the night. So gotta put the struts together. I believe these are them. 7 and 6. Yeah, these guys. I find with bigger models, it's good to just break down the build. That way you don't get like tired. Plus I'm not like in a time crunch for these. So allows me some time. To finish the army that I need for my tournament, I only need to assemble one other model after this one. And then I have to paint five models? Yeah. 5 models. That's it. The rest of the army is already ready to go. But those 5 are the biggest 5 you can think of. They're all monsters or titans. So it'll be fun painting, but it's also quick painting. But yeah, so that's why I'm on schedule for the tournament. Joe, no, this is none of that army, Joe. That's a brand new army that's coming after this army. Actually, I kind of did a crazy splurge. So show was there, and I bought a whole army, and then the next day I bought another army. So yeah, I've been on a little bit of a spree, but all those will get to see huge playing time. So I'm totally happy with what I've done. Once again, Chris, just like you, I actually hunt for the models. So I didn't. I bought the army from a hobby. The first army, Heroes World, is my hobby store, and they sponsor me, so they gave me a good deal on one of the armies. But the other army I found online. Some guy had bought it many years ago, and he wasn't gonna build it, and he was selling it for really like peanuts. So I picked it up, and that's how I got some of my armies. Actually, even the World Eaters army I bought secondhand. So what compressor do I use my airbrush? I use a Grex. I have a Grex compressor. Yeah. Can I bring it out? Yeah, let's switch to this. This is my Grex compressor. Sorry, it's still connected. But yeah, this is it. Great compressor. I've enjoyed it. Does everything I needed to. Has a gauge. Has the vapor chamber. Has adjustments for PSI here. Yeah, great compressor. I have nothing but good things to say. What is the model number? It's the 1810. AC 1810. Yeah, it's the AC 1810. Hey, anytime. Herrera's has a question here as well. What's going on with these comments? Let's get them nice and big. Okay. Are you required to paint the army a certain color for the tournaments? Nope. Color scheme is pretty much to whatever you want. There's no restrictions on color scheme. You just have to have. So in order to compete at a tournament, okay. So let's rewind. With the latest edition of Warhammer, you don't have to paint your army, but every game that you play, you start with a 10-point deficit. So you can show up with an unpainted army, but your chances of winning every game you start at, I would say at almost 15 to 20% behind, like the penalty. So it's in your best interest to have painted models and be prepared at the tournament if you want to do well. Now, I'm not going, like, this is my first tournament in ages, so technically, I'll be very honest. I don't. I'm not going there to place really well. I'm just going there to get a feel for what tournament culture is like now. But the army that I'm building is really an obscure army. Most people won't see it coming. It's not an army that is very competitive by nature, but it's gonna give people some shocks just because of composition, because it's so random, and I think I like that. And yeah, so but yeah, so when it comes to painting an army, you must have 3 colors minimum on the model. Doesn't matter what the colors are, and you must have the model fully based. So yeah, those are the rules. Yeah, back in the day, DK Moon, it was mandatory that you had painted models, or they wouldn't let you play. But that has since changed quite a bit. But they penalize you. So obviously there is a scoring metric. So some tournaments will have a scoring metric, but it's pretty easy to score high. You may not win. There's the scoring metric, and then there's judging. And judging, obviously, I always feel like judging is judging. It's like to some people, some armies look great. The same to another person, the army might look not as good because art is subjective. But I just do whatever I need to do for tournament to be ready for tournament play. Other than that, like I'm pretty cool with whatever happens. They also have beginner leagues and stuff now, which never used to exist when I played. So yeah, there's so many different tournament styles now, and the same game can be played at different tournament levels, I guess, now. So it's pretty interesting. Yeah, Grex is neon green in color. I think that was the whole thing too. When I saw it, I just picked it up because the color looked cool, and then it turned out to be a really good airbrush unit, like a good compressor unit and airbrush. I also use the Grex airbrush, um, and it's comparable to the Iwata, the 3.5, the 150 CS, I guess. So it works. We'll be working with the compressor later in one of the streams because I will be painting these models on the live with my compressor. So we'll talk painting at that point. Yes, Mike, I'm blessed. I know. I think anybody who can hobby is blessed because it is. It is not a necessity. It is. I think when we do hobbies, what is it called now? Uh, it's a privilege to do a hobby. It's not a necessity. So I am blessed. I think. Yeah, I'm just blessed to be able to do what I like to do. Mind you, my biggest hobby was racing rail cars, and that was taken away from me through sickness. So I'm just glad I have something else that keeps me interested, and keeps me motivated to go on. So here we are. I need to do something. If I'm not doing something, I get into my own head, and it can be dangerous. So yeah, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate the community that I've built on my channel. I know there's not slot cars. I appreciate you guys coming on and keeping me company and chatting. It really means a lot to me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate you guys. DK Moon, yeah, it was yeah, I just got back in November. It's been a steep learning curve. Everything's different. The rules are different. But you know, all my friends are playing it again, so it's a lot more fun. Like I said, anytime I can do stuff with my friends, it's just a blast. So totally having a ball with it. The fit on this stuff is so good. It's just unbelievable. I'm really happy. Everything just snaps in. It's crazy. Yeah, any hobby is much more fun with other people. 100%. DeLeon, I love watching. Yeah, like it gives me something to do. Like when like if I'm taking a break from work, I throw on like a battle report or something, and I watch that just to give me ideas. Um, it's just you know, you need something, I think, to keep you motivated and take you outside of your norm of your everyday, and yeah, give you some purpose. I think outside of just like family, friends, of course, they're great, and they do great things, and we all need them. But me time is a cool thing too. Um, and being able to do something constructive. I'm not very handy with other things, maybe cars, fixing cars, but I'm not really around that stuff anymore. So this kind of gives me that. It's either this or playing with cameras. So um, I'm just lucky that I have other interests. Anyway, there we go. All right, so I think we got to where we needed to go. We're right down here. The 4 struts are in place, so we're good for today. I tried on hobby for about an hour, so my hour is up. Hey, what's up, Fox and Walls? Yeah, we start to dress it up now. Yeah, so it's coming along. He's almost getting to the status of what his brother looks like. That's his brother. So we're building towards once again, and here we are. That's his chassis on its way. So slowly gonna put this guy together, bit by bit, and he'll be ready to take the table soon. All right, so Joe was talking about something that he had sent along, so I will please him. Is he still here? Is Joe still here? If Joe's still here, better show yourself. Otherwise, since you asked for it. Is that Fox on Walls or just Walls? I know Fox was in the hospital. Hopefully he's doing better. Let us know. Yeah. All right. Is Joe still here? I don't see him. I don't think I should unbox it if Joe's not here. don't see Joe here in the chat. So I don't know if we should unbox this box that he sent. I saw that red and gold Porsche, Tsingtao Porsche, the 1 in 24 on Carrera's channel today. It's the one slot car I'm looking forward to purchasing this year. So hopefully it comes out in the States soon. Who knows? But I'm gonna hunt that thing down. Any cars that you guys are looking forward towards? Let me know. Yeah, exactly, DK Moon. GST for sure. Okay. I understand. We'll give him my love. Make sure that he knows we're thinking about him. Hopefully his recovery is pretty quick. Skynet is preventing his message from getting through. Oh, poor Joe. Yeah, anyway, I don't think we should unbox it without Joe, because it's actually, so let me prefix what Joe's trying to get at. Joe, as you know, is very good at giving other people work to do. So this is another case of Joe finding stuff for me to do. His mom and dad were coming down to Toronto, and he sent a box, and I thought, okay, cool, the box came. And I asked Joe, what am I supposed to do with this box? And inside this box, there's 100 figures. They're fantasy models, and Joe says he would like me to paint them all and then return the box. So as you can see, Joe, as I said, is very good at finding work for other people to do. And he's wrangled me into painting some models for him. I did warn him though that it's going to take quite a while before he'll see that box again, because I have other things that are on deck first. But he seems to be fine with that. But that is what Joe wants me to unbox, and I would like to unbox it, but I will only unbox it when he's on the show. So unfortunately, we'll have to wait for that next time. But next week on Wednesday, I will be running the track live. We'll run some cars, have some fun, get some timing. DK Moon. Oh no, here we go. What? We can get you to do stuff? Yes, yes. I'll do stuff for people, no problems. However, I can only work on it when I don't have stuff on my plate that needs to get done first. So right now, this, like I said, the tournament army is priority, and I've already warned Joe about that, but he's okay with waiting. So yes, anytime anybody needs help, I'm always available to help. But anyway, that's it. That's the reason he wants me to show the box. What does MB? What? I have a box too. Oh god, everyone has boxes. Oh no. Of course, I understand. Everyone's joking. Except for Joe. Joe is not joking when he says things. Be careful what you agree to with Joe. Just a small one. Yeah, there you go. Crate's on its way too. Yeah. Don't worry. I'm not shipping it back. That's the only problem. Shipping from Canada to Australia, as I've said before, is a nightmare. And I do not want to walk into that nightmare. Anyway, guys, so that's my 1 hour in. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thanks for spending the time with me. We'll be doing this every Wednesday night. What about a pallet? I don't have a loading bay. You can send a pallet, but I won't be able to take it off the truck. Sorry, guys. We need to watch Joe. Definitely, Chris. Definitely. Joe is a sly. That guy's a sly little guy. But you know what? I'll do it for Joe. He's a lot of fun. Alright, guys. Well, you guys have fun. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. It was great. We'll see you next week. Yeah. This is a regular show. Wednesday nights. Hobby Hangout with Raul. 10 o'clock onwards. Just for 1 hour. Right? Cool, guys. Take care, guys. Have some fun. We'll talk later. Bye, guys. Good night.